Ever since I started stalking, the element of hunting and being outside in the nature is what took my interest. But as I got older, I realised and learned about all the conservation parts and the destruction of our forest. My name is Max, I'm 22 and I'm the wildlife ranger here at Wilderness Reserve, which is an 8,000 acre estate in Suffolk. My job here essentially is to create a balanced ecosystem here on the reserve. We aim to plant 150,000 trees a year, and without the professional deer control, the woodlands would just be decimated. Stalking in many parts of the world and this country is sometimes looked upon as a sport. We have lots of recreational stalkers here in the UK that do it as a hobby. And for me, that's how I started off doing it as a hobby, but growing up, I've realised, that it's a vital part to the conservation as they are rapidly expanding and the population is growing. Without the professional deer control, they would decimate the woodlands. We can do as much as putting a tree guard over the tree, but as soon as that sapling pops its head out, a deer would come along and just nip the top of it off. And over 10, 20, 30 years, the tree will grow out like a bush rather than grow upwards, and we won't get the massive timber. We have birds that try and nest in here, like the nightingale, which is a red-listed bird and quite endangered now. And the muntjac especially, they destroy their habitats by eating essentially their nests and the areas that they would normally make a nest in. So another reason we control the deer is, as there's so many, they would catch diseases, and after we've taken one down, we examine the outside of the carcass, make sure that it's fit for human consumption. A percentage of the venison that we take from our estate goes back into the food chain for the Wilderness Reserve. It goes into the kitchens and gets prepared by all the chefs. All of the offal and all of the bones and the waste that we have all goes onto a bird table, which all the birds of prey all take their share. We're at the early stage of restoring our woodlands and planting these saplings, and I really hope that in the next 10 to 20 years we'll be able to see the positive impact that I and the team have had on the woodlands and wildlife.